Here I am again, and as usual, we're going to practice some grammar. Okay, I'm going to explain you something. Today we're going to make a revision of our 3 past tenses, and probably this is the culmination of our course because probably it's the most difficult thing to do, to compare all past tenses. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you any new information today because you already know these 3 tenses. What we're going to do is to take 3 different sentences and to compare how, with the help of each new tense, we can express something new, express something different. Let's take more or less the same idea and try to express it in a different way. For example, let's take the idea of leer un libro, to read a book. So, for example, if I take, let's do the past, el pretérito indefinido. For example, leí este libro hace 2 semanas. Leí, el pretérito indefinido. Why? Because I indicate when it happened. Hace 2 semanas. And I am not going to describe, I don't describe, I just mention it, right? That this is the fact, which is not connected with the present tense. I'm not going to continue speaking about this book now. I just mentioned it, and my speaker and I, we both know when it happened, because I indicated. Okay, but, for example, if I'm not interested in indicating when it happened, it's not important now. I just want to share my experience that I've done it. I've read this book and I want to continue speaking about it because, for example, my friend was speaking about it right now and I want to say, oh yeah, I've read this book. Look, I really liked it. So I connect the past action with something that is going on now. So there is a link between past and present. And I don't indicate when it happened. So I will use which tense? I hope you answered correctly. El pretérito perfecto. El pretérito perfecto. He leído este libro. Or vice versa, we can use the negative tense, the negative form, and we can say, todavía no he leído este libro. I haven't read this book yet. Not yet. Okay, so I mentioned my experience or the absence of this experience. And usually these sentences are used to continue speaking with something relevant in the present, to show the connection of this action in the present. Yes, as I told you, for example, I mentioned this sentence because I was speaking with my friend about this book now. Yes? So, let's continue. And now let's take a sentence en el imperfecto. Leía este libro cuando estudiaba en la universidad, pero me parece que no lo acabé. I was reading this book when I studied at the university, but as far as I remember, I didn't finish it. Leía este libro. So, why do I use el imperfecto? Because I speak about the process. I remember that the whole semester we dedicated to speaking about this book. Leíamos este libro, see? But did I finish it? Didn't I? I don't remember, yeah? So here, what matters most is the process, is a long action, the action that lasted during some time. And yes, I can indicate when it happened. Cuando estudiaba en la universidad. So you remember that the tense markers can be actually the same as with indefinido, but the difference is in the duration, that this is an action in progress. Okay? So, probably this is everything that I wanted to tell you because I have already spoken a lot about these tenses separately, about each of them. So now it's our time to join all these tenses, all these 3 tenses in the exercises, and let's practice. Please, I know that you are doing these exercises at home, probably alone, there is nobody next to you, but try to explain to yourself why you use it. For example, you read a sentence. First of all, please translate it, because it's very important to translate, to understand, yes, the sentence, because if you don't understand, you cannot make this conclusion. If it's a single action, if it's an action in progress, if it's just the experience that matters, okay? So that's why first step is to translate, to understand it. The second step, pay attention to some markers, to something that shows you, gives you a hint, that some tense indicator that we know exactly when it happened, or this is a background action, or these are two simultaneous long actions. So, or here we have the words todavía or yet, todavía or ya. So that's why usually in the sentence we have some markers, some helpers that help us what we need to use. Okay? Later you won't need them. You can use these 3 tenses without any tense markers. But now, at the moment, please pay attention to them and try to explain yourself. Try to draw your attention to some word, to some context, to the comparison between two parts of the sentence, which was the background, which was the single short action that interrupted it. Okay? So please pay attention to these small things. They will help you. And okay, see you and good luck. Let's do a lot of exercises. Let's practice a lot. Vamos a practicar mucho y mucha suerte y nos vemos. Adiós.